Hey, Planeswalkers, Mithras here. Hope you're doing well and staying safe. Welcome to the dojo. I lied. Welcome to today's episode of Top Deck, and maybe you're going to figure this out here in a second, but that's as best I can get now. Anyway, we're covering a top 10 Azorius control deck piloted by none other than CovertGoBlue, also known as CGB. This is primarily a best of one deck here, and I've gone ahead and changed up the sideboard. It did come with the sideboard, but I changed it up a little bit to fit the meta better, in my opinion, of course. But I appreciate you taking the time to come here and watch this episode. And before we dive into it, I just want to say two things. One, hats off CGB with my nasty non-existent haircut that's been almost a year now. Don't tell my wife because it's a secret. I just don't want her to screw up my hair. My kids care. We'll leave it at that. Anyway, truly congratulations on hitting top 10 with this deck. It's very hard, and I know that. I've seen relatively few people hit number one in best of one. I know and appreciate your contribution to the community. So from one YouTuber to another. The second piece here is a comment on your latest trophy video thing, whatever. From one mature adult, not a YouTuber, from one mature adult to another. Yes, it's not actually about telling your own story. You're just probably in the wrong career or the right one, depending on how you look at it. But there's something called the President's Club. So I want to welcome you to the President's Club. If you don't know what that is, CGB, go ahead and check it out. But truly, congratulations, my friend. So with that said, Planeswalkers, back to what we got going on. Please feel free to check out down below the timestamps because we do have a ton coming at you. I'm going to give you a overview, fast-paced overview of this deck and strategy. And then we're going to talk about the deck in more detail and more length. We're going to cover the sideboard and how to bring it together for you for best of three. And then we're going to go play some competitive Magic in both best of one and best of three today, Planeswalkers. So with that said, this is what we got going on with the top 10 Azorius control deck. Quickly here, I'm just going to run through this so that you can see it. But the whole premise and idea is when it comes to control, it's all about the late game. So what we're doing is we're locking down the early game, we're delaying the early game, and we're moving forward as fast as we can to get to the end game. And primarily what you're doing is you're taking out the creatures that are either aggro based or mid-range based or are going to do some damage and prevent those things. And additionally, at the same time, you got things like Birth of Melodies here that are going to give you nice creatures that can prevent and block and also give you life gain and give you options over time to help you get there. And then we can lock a lot of things down and protect the board. And on top of that, we can either find what we need or we can blow the board apart. And in doing so, that's going to set us up relatively nicely for a late game. So once we get Trawler on the board, it's very hard to remove this card. There are relatively few things that can wipe it from the board. One, it's the Shatter the Sky if they do that. But if we have protection, it's going to be a non-issue. The other piece when it comes to that is the exile. So we just have to be aware of Extinction Event. So that is how this deck operates. That is the goal of this deck. That is the strategy, and that is how we're going to play it. So if you do have questions or comments, though, please let me know down below. The deck list is available for you down below as well, so you can have it readily at your fingertips and the links as well. And then if you do have further questions, please feel free to hop in the Discord channel. We got a lot of cool people hanging out, so you guys can go in there and check things out. So that is a fast-paced overview of the best of one deck. There is a sideboard to boot, but we're going to go ahead and talk about the deck in its totality and then talk about the sideboard, bring it together into a nice little best of three guide for you, and then we're going to go play that competitive Magic, my friends. But before we do so, I just want to say thank you. As always, I truly appreciate your support. So please feel free to subscribe down over there as I try and make it to 10,000, not 100,000, 10,000. I'll be happy with that. Please feel free to like the video and everything else. There's other great ways to support the channel down below in the description. So Here's what we got going on at a deeper dive. We got Glass Casket here. It's an artifact. It comes in. We can exile a 3 mana cost creature or less. So remember that. I remember the good old 3-drop Teffi days where it'd be like boom and miss Teffi, right? Because it's a creature. So keep that in mind, my friends. Then we have Birth of Melodies. So as I mentioned, this is something that gives value over time, which is great because it's a saga. So stay in tune on these because we're seeing a lot of them from Chaldeum. Here, the first one, we can search our library for a basic plains card, reveal it, shuffle, create a 0/4 colorless wall, artifact, creature token with defender. So again, body to help defend, and then we gain 2 life. We got Omen of the Sea. So Omen of the Sea does 2 things. Not only is it a flash, but when it does enter, we can scry 2 and draw cards, so we get smoothing. We also get the ability to gain card advantage. And, well, actually 3. We can sacrifice it later and look and scry 2 again. So lots of value from that card at the 2-drop slot. And no surprise, again, as a Azorius control deck, that nothing's going to happen until the 2-drop slot. Then we got Bashing Like. So I really like this card, particularly the fact that it's included in the best of 1 main board. So CGB, nice job on this. This is actually how I run my mono white deck as well. This gives you access to take out things in the Doom decks. It gives you access to take out things like Ugin. A lot of people forget about this. So having Banishing Light in here is very important, and what Banishing Light does is an enchantment, minus the fact it doesn't have flash, but it's still good enough. When it enters the battlefield, we get to exile target non-land permanent and opponent controls until Banishing Light leaves the battlefield. Then we have Skyclave Apparition, as I've said multiple times here. Now you guys can check out all my other videos and hold me accountable, do fact check, whatever you want. But this is one of the most powerful cards from white out of Zendikar's Rising. And when the Skyclave Apparition enters the battlefield, so Skyclave Apparition, when it enters the battlefield, we get to exile up to 1 target non-land, non-token permanent we don't control with converted mana cost 4 or less. When it leaves the battlefield, our opponent will unfortunately create an XX blue illusion creature token, but they're not going to get the card back, which is very important, but X is equivalent to the converted mana cost of the exile card. So please keep that in mind. Next, we got Neutralize. So I like Neutralize not only for the cycling ability here for 2, but the hard counter at 3. We can counter target spell, so very, very important to keep in mind. Then we have Shatter the Sky. So here, this is a perfect board wiper. Each player who controls a creature card with power 4 or greater draws a card, then destroys all creatures. So very, very nice for us to help against the aggro and the mid-range. Then we have Teferi, Master of Time, so very, very powerful Planeswalker here at 4. We may activate loyalty abilities of Master of Time or Teferi here on any player's turn, anytime you can cast instant. This is very, very powerful. Now, our +1, we can draw a card. We get land smoothing, hand smoothing, whatever you want to do, and then you can discard a card. Then our down 3, we can target creature we don't control, and that creature will then phase out. So for that full turn, nothing can happen to that. It's kind of interesting. It's kind of like it's exile and whatnot. It's not blank, but it's there. Then for down 10, or its ultimate, we can take 2 extra turns after this one. It's so powerful. So if you can get that to happen, it's pretty cool. I've had it happen maybe twice, to be honest. It's almost like hitting a royal flush, I swear. So, but that is Teffi. Then we have Elspeth Conquers Death. So again, the value over time here with the Saga, we get to exile a target permanent and opponent controls with converted mana cost 3 or greater. Non-creature spells our opponent's control cost 2 or more to cast until our next turn. And then for 3, we can return target creature or planeswalker card from our graveyard to the battlefield, put a +1/+1 counter on it, or a loyalty counter. And yes, you do get to choose. Yes, you can actually mess up on the trigger. I've done it. I don't like to talk about it, so we'll leave it at that. Last but not least, in this deck, we have Dream Trawler. So this is a huge powerhouse card in UW or Azorius. So it's a flying lifelinker. That's a 3/5. Whenever we draw a card, it gets +1/+0 till end of turn. Whenever it attacks, we draw a card. And additionally, we can discard a card, and then it gets hexproof until end of turn. We do tap it. So it's not only a great finisher, we get card advantage, we get lifelink, we get everything that we'd ever want to do nice, actually decent high-level chip damage, I would say. And then additionally, the ability, it kind of self-protects. Unless they're hitting you every time and you're out of cards, they're not going to be able to get this guy off the board. Like I said, between Shatter, they got two options. They got Shatter and they got the extinction event. Now you could play a couple other things. You could play I'm blanking on the Abzan card you can play right now. One of my favorites. You guys can check the video out. But and of course I'd forget the name, but that's not my strong suit. So that could make you sack it too. So there are a couple things, but very, very powerful nonetheless. Well thought through. I like the one Castle Ardenvale here. Here's what we got going on in terms of lands. We do have 24 lands. Now I don't know what CGB ran this at in terms of win percent. I'm sure probably pretty strong. Minus, I don't know what we give it for the player, but and I'm saying skill. Now, two considerations I would make on the lands, because it's me. I'm a huge fan of crawling, and we do have Castle Vantress, so we do got a one of. I would consider actually doubling up Castle Ardenvale or Castle Vantress, or adding in at least maybe 2 Crawling Barons. You guys know I love that card. I think it would strengthen this deck. Is it as important? Not really, because we're not really doing anything till turn 2. So to me, unless you literally have to hit the curve perfectly from 1, 2, 3, and 4, which we don't have to do with a control deck, it gives you some variability in the mana base. So just my opinion. Again, I didn't hit number 10, but I will also admit that I don't have as much time to play as CGB does. So that's just me. Anyway, with that said, great main board. I love it. I'm excited to play this. So if you do got questions, comments, like I said, let me know down below. Now we're going to talk about the sideboard. So here's what we got going on. I changed this up a little bit. We do have 3 Legion Angels here, so I don't know where the first one went, actually, now that I think about it. So that is a slight screw up, and I'm too far into this video now to stop. So I'm going to leave it at that. So you guys can call misplay on me on that, but maybe it's actually the ability to... here's what I'll do. I'll move it in, and then we still have the ability to pull the 2, so we're good. Thought about it. Done. Finished off. Anyway, so I helped change up the sideboard. I didn't like the sideboard as much given the current meta and given what it was. I get where it was and why it was, primarily rogues decks, but I'm going to play it differently. So with that said, when we talk about the sideboard here, we got a lot of considerations. So one, we got negate. It counters target non-creature spell. So here, you're going to play this against other control decks. We did the Rakdos ramp deck yesterday. Absolutely play this against this. Play this against any deck playing Ugin. You're going to play this against other control decks. Anything mid-range that's not playing creatures, so things like Rakdos Escape, Rakdos mid-range, any late-game decks. These are other Yorion decks. These are Doom decks, those kinds of things. Absolutely throw it in there. We got Mystical Dispute. So Mystical Dispute is a counter spell that costs 2 less if it targets a blue spell. Additionally, counter target spell if its controller pays 3. You're going to play this against Yorion decks, late game decks, anything that's running blue. Absolutely. Mirror match, sure. I've ran into Azorius Yorion. I've ran into Jeskai Yorion, those kinds of things. So those are some nice ones to pull this in for you as well. But obviously anything else that might be running blue, like a Simic deck, Astute, Mutate, those kinds of things. Then we got Neutralize. So again, I like the cycle on this card. We covered it. But the big thing I like about adding in another Neutralize is the hard counters. I would play this against anything that's really mid-range to late game. So that's going to be a Rakdos control deck, Rakdos mid-range, Rakdos ramp, those kind of spots. Additionally, any late game decks, any Yorion deck, any Doom deck, any of those things, you're gonna want to play this. Also, you can consider this. I don't mind it against anything that's running like a Henge. So even like a Gruul aggro deck, those kind of considerations aren't bad either, because we're not going to get a lot of the Gruul cards off that matter, like Henge or Cleave. With this, we do have options with Elspeth Conquers Death, but why not increase those options? Then I got Archon of Sun's Grace in here, so this pairs well with what we already have, particularly in the early game. It's going to give us more value, which is one of the reasons why I want to include this, and it's going to help you in the mid-range and the early game battles. So we got a flying lifelinker. Pegasus creatures we control have lifelink. It's got Constellation. When an enchantment enters the battlefield under our control, it's going to trigger and create a 2/2 Pegasus creature token. Actually, one of the hardest things I want to do is consider moving more of those in there. But now that I know I made a slight mistake here with the Legion Angel, should have did my homework. Not as good as I did. But I actually still kind of like the strategy now that I think about it. I would give you value there, but anyway, pairs well with the Flyers. I would have swapped it maybe for that, but the reality is, with what we have today and what we're going to play with, Archon of Sun's Grace is very valuable in the early game, but it's going to help us in those mid and late game battles as well, giving us some additional bodies, giving us some additional power. I would play this anywhere potentially along the stack, depending on how you're reading your opponent. I actually do like it against early game battles, Boros Knights, Mardu Knights, Rakdos. I also like it against Mono Red, Gruul aggro, those kinds of things. A lot of them can't keep up with the Flyers. This just gives you another option early game, so keep that in mind. Then we have Legion Angel. So here's what I'll say about Legion Angel. So it's a flyer. When it enters the battlefield, we may reveal a card we own named Legion Angel from outside the game and put it in our hand. So what you're going to do is you're going to move one of these into your main board. I actually like this still, despite what I said in terms of the whiff there on my part. But I like this early game. I like this mid-range. And I do like this late game. Having a one-of option to continue to pull other creatures in could be valuable. Actually, I take that back. I like it more mid-range to late game. So this is something I would play against less creature-based decks, more control-based decks at the mid-range level, like a Rakdos mid-range, or maybe a Selesnya, depends. Also Sultai, those kinds of things. Even Doom decks. Late game, I'd play this against the ability to sack, and that is something that could take Trawler off. So you have to be careful. You have to be able to protect it, depending on what you're playing. So you want to slow play when it comes to or pass go. A lot of times when it comes to control decks, but those are some key spots there for Legion Angel. Then the other thing that I included that I love is Kiora Best the Sea God. So we got two options of this here. So again, another card, another saga that gives us value over time. One, we can create an 8/8 blue Kraken creature token with hexproof. We can tap all non-land permanents target opponent controls. They don't untap during their controller's next and untap step, and then gain control of target permanent. Then opponent controls, untap it. So I like this again as another option at the top end. One, we pop this on, it gives us a really, really big creature. Two, gives us a lot of options against everything else. Kraken's not going to get hit by a sack with Doom. So that is one of the reasons why I put this in here, so that if you do match up against Doom deck, if you drop Trawler, and then, you could end up losing it due to the sack. Kiora Best Sea God, you'll lose the enchantment, but you get to keep the 8/8. So a lot of people forget about that. Plus, it's really hard to remove off the board like Trawler. So just another option and consideration. I like it because it's 7 at the late end of the spectrum. Not as good against control decks, but you just have to read it. Good against mono black, mono red, or big red, those kinds of control decks at times. So just keep those in consideration. decent against mid-range, and again, like I covered with the Doom deck. So that is the sideboard, my friends. Now we're going to talk about how we're going to pull those two together for our best of three how-to guide. So first off, and we're going to talk about it in terms of the aggro, the mid-range, and late game lineup. So against the aggro, we're going to run into some problems. This is going to be the hardest match because, again, they're playing on curve, turn 1, 2, 3. Particularly if we're not on the play, it's going to be a harder matchup. But you know, we do have a lot of nice things that delay. But what I would do again is, you know, we're not going to get value out of negate. We're not going to get value out of mystical dispute. We're not going to get value out of neutralize. We will get value out of Arc and Sun's Grace. We may get value of Legion Angel. You may not get value then out of Elspeth Conquers Death. So the reality is I would actually just move 3 in here and move those towards the front. These are all still going to be things that you need against the early game decks. You're going to need all these. I would look towards maybe being a little less on Elspeth Conquers Death. Or what you can do is also you can go a little bit lighter on Trawler. You could go 2 Trawlers and 2 Elspeths. That's going to be pretty healthy for you. We do have 22 lands, so you can also go 2 lands if you want to in best of 1. That's kind of my thing too. Just my kind of choice there. Well, but best of 3 is a little bit different. You could go to 22 lands. I would still take that risk because that's just me, but also a consideration there. So plenty of options there. You could always do Teferi too. So these are the 3 that I would look to kind of optimize. If you want to, you can move out Neutralize, but I still like it against some of the other value cards that your opponents may be playing. So you just need to take that in consideration against those aggro decks. And those are going to be things like Mono Red, those the Warrior decks that we just did yesterday. You guys can check that out. With the Rakdos deck. Additionally, things like Gruul Aggro and those kinds of lineups. Then, in particularly, I know a lot of people always like to ask about the rogues. So in particular to rogues, what I would just do is I would just add in a couple extra creatures and some of these extra cards to kind of help you out. Run Mystical Dispute and Neutralize, those kinds of things, and just go from 60 to like 70 cards. So mid-range deck. So mid-range, what we're going to face is we're going to face things like Rakdos, Escape, mid-range, Sultai, Selesnya. You could consider Gruul Aggro at times. Depends. You know, certain creature-based, there are Golgari, those things. Sometimes counters. But anyway, what I would do at the mid-range is we're still okay. If they're not creature-based, then you're going to dump Glass Caskets. So that gives you a nice free up there on 4. But the reality is if they're more control-based, direct kill spell-based, those kinds of things, you're going to want to run Negate. You may want to run Mystical Dispute or Neutralize. I would actually go Negates and Neutralize over Dispute. You could run Archon of Sun's Grace, like I said. You could run Legion Angel, and you could actually go Kiora, Best Sea God. What I would actually do is work backwards. So here again, if I'd consider removing 2 lands, you could consider removing 4. That gives you 6. You could go lighter depending on what they're playing. You might not need Banishing Light. So that could be 6. If they're running Ugin, you're going to want to keep your Banishing Light in. Otherwise, you could always go lighter on the Teferi. You could go lighter on Elspeth Conquers Death. If you're not going to hit much on the board, this most mid-range decks, it might only hit Ugin. So if that's the case, I would look to remove some of those things. So that's anywhere from 6, 2 there maybe. 8, 2 there, maybe another 10. You could always go lower on the Trawler. Your Trawler you're going to want to keep though against some of these mid-range decks. So it's really going to be those spaces. And then you can figure out what you want to move in there. So we got plenty of coverage there in terms of how we're going to align to those matches. Again, for me, I like the hard counters against things that are non-creature based. And then if they are creature based, you don't have to move as many of the hard counters in. You might just want to move some of those creatures in. So that is the mid-range matchup. And then late game. So late game, we also got Dimir Control. We got Doom decks. We have other kind of interesting decks at times. Things like Transmorg and those things. You guys can check some of these out. So many. I did 60 plus decks in December for my tier list. So feel free to check that out. And I'll post the the links too. But anyway, it gives you a notification to click. Anyway, with that said, when we get to late game, we're going to have to consider hard counters as a lot of value. We're going to consider counters as value. So we're definitely going to want negate. We're going to want mystical dispute, probably neutralize. You could also go anywhere on these sides if you want. It's going to be partially play style, partially what you like. I'm a big fan of trying to undercut the control because it's a late game, moving your curve up a little bit further, giving some protection on that curve. So I don't mind moving Arc into Sun's Grace in. I don't mind moving Legion Angel in. Kiora Best the Sea Gods can be a little bit different. It's going to depend on kind of what that late game deck is that you're playing and how much control you're running. But things that you may end up removing and probably will be things like Glass Casket. Banishing Light you still may remove. Does hit Doom decks, so does Skyclave. So now this is kind of the first time I take a look at Skyclave, maybe even in the mid-range. I did kind of go over this, but something else that you can consider. Shatter the Sky, even in the mid-range, you could think about removing Shatter the Sky. I didn't mention that either, so I forgot that. You could look to this too. Late game, you might not get as much value, but the one caveat I got there is if you are going to play an Esper Doom deck, you're probably going to want to keep this in your main board, just because that will give you that opportunity. If you somehow cannot counter, you can at least wipe everything they bring back, kind of a thing. So lots of great considerations there. Elspeth Conquers Death should hit most things towards the late game. If it doesn't, like a control deck or a mirror match deck, then you can kind of move these things out. So we got a lot of opportunity, my friends, to move things around. I think it's nice. I really like decks. That is the one advantage of having a lot of 4-ofs. This does have a couple 2-ofs, but having a lot of 4-ofs allows you to move things fairly easily depending on what it is that you're playing. So with that said, that is, my friends, the main board, the sideboard, the how-to guide in terms of aggro, mid-range, and late game for our top 10 Azorius control deck by CovertGoBlue. So with that said, I'm looking forward to going and playing this for you. So let's go ahead and hop into some competitive Magic now today. And I will play with that Legion Angel, so that was slightly on me. So standard ranked, we did the Rakdos ramp yesterday. Let's go ahead and play CovertGoBlue's Azorius control deck. Now, as we wait, it might be a quick cue, my friends, which it is. Huge thank you. Truly appreciate your support. As always, Planeswalkers, please feel free to subscribe to the channel down over there. I truly appreciate it. I'm looking to try and hit 10,000 subs this year. Additionally, like the video if you enjoy it. You can like me on Facebook, follow me on Twitter, Twitch as well. So appreciate that. So our opponent goes first. This is an interesting keep for me because we got the Fabled Passage. I think I'm going to keep it because we are running high on lands with 24. I don't like the double Tef, and I don't like double Planeswalkers, to be honest, off the bat. So we got probably a mono white deck. Yep. So this is a good one. So what that means here is we're actually going to take this and we're going to go white. So we can tee up for Shatter the Sky. It doesn't tee us up well for these other two. But, oh, there's my Crawling Barrens. We're going to say nice because I'm glad they play Crawling. Now, this is probably the more aggro version. We'll use Skyclave Apparition to hit the Seasoned Hellblade. They can sack Elseed if they want to, but we'll see what they play on turn 3. And they're probably confused. We just want to get to 3 here. Now, mono white aggro, or sorry, mono white life gain has the best one, right? You guys can check out my tier list. Aggro's actually 2, and they are different. White life gain doesn't run season. So here is where neutralize is probably going to do me a favor. We'll find out though. I gotta see how they play. If they do not play a creature, I'm going to be in a bad spot. I need L-Seed here to not be open so I can take it off with Skyclave. Either way, I don't really have a choice. I mean, I could slow roll it. I'm gonna play this. I could slow roll it, and hope that I hit a land, and then go 2 turns. So that gives them 5 damage next turn. 10. If I drop Shatter the Sky, and then play Skyclave, we're okay. But they got a lot of things they can do in between then. So we'll see. But I think this is the right play, so I'm okay with it. We got the bad mana lineup right now, so we'll just have to adjust here for our best of 1 match, and hopefully they didn't DC or I didn't DC. We'll figure out here in a second. But while we're here, Planeswalkers, if you got questions, if you got comments, let me know down below. Always happy to answer. I do my best to kind of talk through my thinking and my playing for you. And then additionally, we do got a great Discord server available to you, so please feel free. It's open, it's public, to come hang out with everyone. Super fun, great crew. So always shout outs there. And then while I am waiting, I will just give shout outs to the patrons, shout outs to the YouTube members. As always, I truly appreciate that support. Lots of cool ways for us to interact, lots of cool ways for us to support down below. Ooh. So we'll play this. I will go the Shatter route. We'll see. They might have DC'd though, and I'm going to be sad. I will be sad. I enjoy playing things out. It's a little known fact, maybe, that it actually takes me longer to edit once in a while. So I apologize in terms of what I'll call the fill space here. And given my opponents, whatever it is here at Platinum, understandably, everyone's got real life going on, and I get it. So plan here is Birth of Milites. What I can do then is I can pull the card. I can drop. There they go. They're back. I can drop another planes. I can also drop this if I want to, or show them another card. And I'll actually play Fabled. Then I will try for the wipe. It will hurt me though, because I'm going to end up wiping my own guy. If they drop a Heliod, that would be painful. If they drop a Skyclave artifact here, it would be painful. Hopefully they would drop it on the Speaker of the Heavens though. We need to get that stuff off the board so that they can't get the 4/4 Angels. They don't have it right now. Even if they would drop it, they're still going to be short by 1 life, I think, if my fast math is good there. 3-5 or 3-4, 3-5. Yeah, that end result was bad. Well, the end result was right, but the fast math was 3-5 was bad. So then what we'll do here, I'm sorry guys, I'm sorry. We're gonna go ahead though and play another best of 1. I think you guys got the concept of what I was going to. The point was not to waste the spirit there. The point was to try and wipe the board, get the value off that, and then play the spirit. So we'll go ahead into our second best of one match here, so you guys can check this out, and hopefully it'll be a little bit different against CR Diablo. All right, here's what we got going on. This is the best keeper I've had all day. Seriously? No, we're gonna go look. All right, this is better. I'm okay with this. We'll keep 6. The question is, do I keep the trawler? I'm actually going to dump the trawler. And I'm going to do that because there's 4 of them in the deck, and I don't need it right now. I like removal. I like removal in best of one. And I think we got a nice spot to be able to get there. So here's how this works for me. I'm actually going to slow play this. So even though I could wipe the board here, I think what I do is I still wipe it. It'll give me value off Skyclave later if I need it. And then we can keep Exile Island here. Alright, we'll thin to win. Let's go grab another white because we got plenty there. Oh, there's that trawler. It's too bad. So they'll play BO1. Oh, lots of burn. There we go. So here it is. We anticipated this coming back. We'll take the damage. We'll hit him with Clave here. Lots of good value now. That's why we wait. All good things come to those who are patient, my friends. So we will block. And we wipe. And let's look. Now, don't forget, we got Castle Vantress here. We'll keep that. Do we tie it up? I think we do. We'll tie it up. Uh-oh. We got it. We just made them too frustrated. So, CGB's number 10 Azorius control deck is working wonders for us today. We are cleaning house, moved into tier 2 platinum. There's a lot of games you guys didn't see, so you guys can check out my profile. But moved into tier 2 platinum, 2-0 today. Better than what we did yesterday with the Rakdos. I mean, it was reverse. It was 0-3 in best of 1 and 2-0 best of 3, so pretty good. So I am doing 3 best of 1s once again for you here today. I'm trying something a little bit different, so please give me feedback if you like it. If you don't, I'm going to keep this. A couple different reasons. We can get the blue. I'm actually going to pull the blue first. There we go. I would have liked that one though. We got my lovely Kiora's years that I won. I was very excited about that. Do this first. So we got an Abzan deck. Get that thinning going. Oh, what do I do? What do I do? I think I pull it first. Do I wait? I don't know what they have going to enter, though. I'll leave it. I'll play slow. Patience. Patience is a virtue, my friends. That is certainly coming off the board. I'm not gonna let that thing sit around. I will take that. If it hit hexproof, that was a good one though. Would have hit hexproof, would have been a nice match. What's this gonna get? Oh, flying. Let me keep both those. Do I just wipe everything? Oh, we got a lot of stuff here. Yeah. Tough question. Do I remove all the value off the board? I can. Absolutely can. I get the 2 and the 3 to give me the value back. Let's do it. We'll do it. I like the double card play. Always. I'm big on that. Can't hit anything with that, but we can double up here. All right, let's see what we got here. Oh, you sharn. There we go. There we go, my friend. I like it. Nice. Nice. It's a lot of lands. Oh, it's an Ozolith deck. Of course it is. Let's dump that. Oh, it could be a draw. Still like the Vantress though, because then I can look. I'll save a turn. What we need is a board wiper. This works too.
Ideas, like seconds, are fleeting.
Those two work well together. Now, what are they going to get? Reach. So we'll do this first.
Time to improvise.
Oh, we'll keep Trawler. There we go. Gone either way.
Back's gonna hurt tomorrow.
Ooh. Abzan, Ozolith. All right, so we are in a spot here that is going to be very pivotal for us. That is a big creature. We have plenty of things to take it off the board, though. There we go. There's one of them. Oh, that's painful. So what I want to do right now is I want to tee up for a board wipe. Is what I want to do. So we'll see. It's going to depend on where those counters go. Probably the yeah. Crystalline Giant. Very nice. Lots of life gain. I'll save it for now. Want to look. Get rid of that. We'll take that. Oh, big life gain. We got a lot going on here. I can't hit that with the Skyclave. I can hit this though. We're one off. We were one off. If we could have hit that, it would have been okay. Keep that. So here's how we do this. So as long as they won't get a trample counter, so we're okay there. They're gonna get a crap ton of life. We could still come back though. There we go. Oh, we come back from this. This is gonna be hilarious, my friends. Next combat, we'll end turn. We got Castle Vantris. All we gotta do is get a nice, lovely Azorius. There you go.
I trust in your abilities.
Let's look. There we go. This one's good. So we do this on Azorius. And we can get Trawler back.
I am proud of us.
Oh, another Trawler. Oh, I actually want the Fury first. Ah, shoot. I should have hit Trawler first. That was a That was bad on my part. Well, maybe not actually. That might help me luck out.
Let's make this quick.
So let's see what else we got here. Oh, we want the Shatter the Sky first, actually. We're going to grab to Fury here.
It's not too many apocalypses to let another happen.
Oh, I hurt myself. It's kind of funny, actually. 69 life. Oh, we could still come back. We'll see.
Looks like I'm out of time.
How many do we have left? Oh, for sure. There we go. 6. Get close. Oh, no. It was a good game. little messy on my turn on some of those interactions. I think we could have pulled through in terms of the coordination there. Slightly off, but I'm very happy with that. Super fun deck, 2-1 in best of 1. Let's go ahead and play some best of 3 now, because that was definitely a riot. Rakdos ramp here, obviously we did from yesterday, so you guys can check that one out. But we are playing the Azorius control deck. I procured the sideboard, so very happy about this, minus the one angel mix up there, but I think it'll be okay. With that said, Planeswalkers, truly appreciate your support, so please feel free to subscribe down over there as we make our way towards 10,000 subs. Additionally, like the video if you like it. You can like me on Facebook, follow me on Twitter and Twitch, stay up to date on content like this. Additionally, this starting hand is the best one I've had. We will go with this. I'm going to dump the neutralize. We'll play this first for a blue. Just want to say, great way to support the channel down below, you guys, like becoming a patron or YouTube member. Lots of great ways for us to interact. So appreciate that. Always. I love doing deck list critiques and those things. Oh, I'm still trying to get over that last Abzan match there and misplays on my end, my friends. Oh, I could cry. Oh, oof. Let's do this. Put a stop there. We're gonna flash this in first because we want to hit a land. See if they counter. There it is. Ah. Not good. So it's a Dimir control deck. So this is good for us It's control to control. The only problem that we're going to face here, which isn't a nice problem, is we are not running sharks. So hook or by crook, this may not be what we want. Now, I took blue because I think Shatter the Sky's dead in my hand. Yep, there we go. So good news is we got the glass caskets for the sharks. We can banish in light the maze mind. Maybe. Yeah. This is going to be a tough matchup for us. Control versus control, but not the right control here. So, never give up, never surrender. Let's see if we can hit a land. Oh, man. Brutal. Brutal, brutal, brutal. Alright, we're gonna go to the next one. And I'm doing this because I don't want to show them the deck. And they're actually in a better position than us. So what we're gonna do is I'm gonna drop the glass caskets. I'm gonna bring in my Arcan Sun's Grace, bring in one of these, all the control stuff here. And I do want to throw in one of those guys. This is not going to hit a whole bunch of stuff. It will hit some things. This hits some things. This is not going to be beneficial to us. We could go down one, add another one of those if we wanted to. Let's do this. That's to hit. Let's keep one. Actually, I like that better. Okay. Nope. What'd I do? 3, 1. I'm okay with that. All right, let's do it. Now they have no clue. We're first again. That's a bummer. On the first matchup, probably conceded a little fast. Could have played it out, but I did not want them to see what I was playing. Probably figured it out, but a lot of people haven't seen this deck though. It's not really a best of 3 deck. So we'll tee up our turn 3 with the temple. Not what I wanted. Does hurt us a little bit. Slow play the birth. And deck thinning because we need the negates. So we get our thinning. So now we have to play. I need to get the temple on. I'm going to take the risk this turn because we still got 2 negates, so we're okay. I'll keep that too. And I'm doing that so I can get the hard counter on the neutralize. So until I get slips, I'm not going to play anything really, to be honest. And end of turn, we can use the Castle Ardenvale. There we go. It's going to give us 1. No point in trying for Teferi right now. So what this is going to do is this can lock us in, depending on the move that we want to make, if they throw the shark out here. All right, they didn't do it. We're still good. That's it. So we can counter. Let's see what they do. We can pay 3 and counter again. There we go. So the question is, what do we put on the board? We got one. We got one thing here. I think we can put Tefi on. Let's see here. So that gives me 4 still. I do this, that gives me 1. If I do this, that gives me 2. Let's put Trawler on. We'll see what happens. Oh, there we go. Oh, that's good. That's... One, two, three, 4, 5, 6. Cheaper to discard all my counter spells. the slip. The slip. The save of everything. Now, if they do have an even, though, they're going to wipe my board and Trawler's done, but any direct damage on Trawler's toast, so we're okay there. They need 2 lethal spells or an exile spell, otherwise we're good. Yeah, they gotta look. They need a lethal. All right. Castle Ardenvale saving me. That's why you need 2 of those. 2 of those. All right. So Lupin, it is. It worked. It worked well. We will keep going from there, my friends. Not bad. Not bad. A good recovery off our first game. So again, that's why you want to have those lands. Crawling Barrens would make a huge difference as well. Much more damage. They did have Hagra, and they had some other direct kill spells there, but you just got to be aware of that. So we're not running a lot of creatures, so they're probably going to move maybe a couple things around. We'll see. Their Exile's the best bet. We got very lucky. We had 2 negates in our hand, so we'll see how this goes. We will see how it goes, my friends. All right. Oh, the best hand. Okay, you guys watched today, right? I mean, like, come on. We got way too many terrible land hands today. Oh, so bad. I don't like the odds of winning when you mulligan twice are so low, so low. Historic's different, standard is terrible. So I'm gonna have to keep this, and we're gonna get rid of this because that's late game value. We are gonna go pull with our Fabled a Plains because yeah, we know we're gonna be in trouble here. But it is magic, my friends. That is how this goes. And we have fun with it. Because you know what? You can't win every game. And you know what? That is how life goes. I'm doing this because I don't have to worry about anything off the bat here on turn 3, to be honest. So if we continue to do well, we should have played the island there, actually. That was a misplay. Luckily, our opponents didn't do anything. And I'm not going to play Arcanison's Grace yet, either. I need at least a slip there. Crawling Barrens, where are you? Not in this deck. Castle Ardenvale, we could definitely use. Oh, you guys might think I'm cray-cray for doing this. But I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna do it. Totally gonna do it. There we go. Sure. We'll take a land. You can make a shark, my friend. What? No, we don't do that. We do this. We'll give it a shot. We'll see if they fall. See what they play. Do we want to play counter magic? I'm gonna play. I'm gonna play along. There you go. Wanted to flush it out, but if they do have the good old Ash, yeah, we're in trouble. We're in trouble. Kind of. Kind of in trouble. Kind of in trouble. Is that gonna save us? No. So we'll do this. Bad news is I can't hit that. Good news is they can keep pressuring me if they want, and they have a crawling barons. They have a crawling barons, my friends. They have a crawling barons. Ooh. Yeah. Let's do it. There we go. We'll get some life back. We'll go from there. Except they got the crawling barons. It's gonna drive me nuts. We'll counter that. Oh. Brutal. Brutal, brutal, brutal. Nice play. Nice play, Lupin. You had the cards. You had the cards. I made a run for it. Now I'm facing your barons. That's alright. If we get a trawler on the board, though, we'll be okay. We'll be okay. Or a board wipe. Or a board wipe. We don't want either. Well, we could do this and still get our look, I guess. Take that. We'll keep the looks going. That's gonna get rid of it anyway. Uh-oh, what are you gonna play? We need 2 blues. You're telling me you got Ashiok in there. We're not gonna counter that. There we go. Live with the big barons now. We'll make it work. So, good news is we still have our Castle Ardenvale, and Barons does not have a block to it. Or, sorry, trample. So, we're okay there for now. And we still have a counter spell if we need it. Not gonna do anything yet. I don't want to give up my Mystical Dispute. That we will get rid of. Maybe. There we go. Let's look. Grab a hard counter. No, I know what you're doing with your barons, my friends. It's nice. Nice and big. We got 41, we got 28. Gone through a lot more of my deck. We got 16 turns, my friend. 16. Then we're good. We'll tack in. You attack in, you're done. There's no... Where's your sharks? Need your sharks. I'm going to be saying this now, and it's going to burn me pretty bad, I'm sure. Oh, the control fun, my friends. Always a party. Always a party with control. Do we do it? I think we do. We try. We at least try. All right, so now we can cycle even faster. So they have to get Teffy off the board. There are some nice removals. We can't protect it. We're actually going to do this. And we'll do this.
I do love a good puzzle. Time to improvise.
No, I have to block because you're lethal. I saw it. I saw it, my friend. All right, we're good here now. No, we're good. We have the right play. We have the Castle Ardenvale. We should be able to get through here. So we drop this. Let's give us another blocker. Grab our land. Lucky we were able to do that, actually.
I do love a good puzzle.
We're going to keep the 2, because we know that they like doing some of this crazy stuff where they try and kill 2 things. So the outcome's going to be the same. Actually, worse if I don't let them hit. So we'll discard.
Think fast.
So I'll block on the 22 here. We got 17 cards left.
This used to be easier.
So for sure, Castle Vantros we're playing. And we'll play this guy. Get that thing off the board.
Time to improvise.
Take our draw first. All right, there we go, my friends. We are almost there. Oh, we caught it. We caught it. So not playing right away, not the triggers. They thought we had a counter. I was going to shuffle through there anyway. Oh, Lupin, great game, my friend. Very, very good game. On to our next best of 3 match. So that was the first one. Control versus control. Lockdown, nice and tight. So let's go ahead here and play our next one. Maybe we'll hit a faster matchup. So 2-1 in best of 1. 1-0 right now in best of 3, so very nice. So Planeswalkers, as we sit here and wait at the ready against Chain Grabber. Appreciate you taking the time to watch these videos, so please feel free to subscribe to the channel down over there as I make my way towards 10,000 subs. You guys know, so let's see here. We got a Yorion deck. It's going to be quick. Shatter the Sky is actually going to be horrible for us. These two are good. I'm debating. I'm actually going to play it. I don't like the Shatter. I really don't. But we run too many risks, honestly, that I don't want to hit right now. So we'll go grab our blue. We're playing another late game deck here in our best of 3 lineup. So we'll see how it goes here. So I'm actually going to smooth first. I should have played the Birth, man. So let's pass the main, pass the end. My turn on the stack. We're gonna go look. They're probably like, this guy's so mad. Oh, we're okay. Oh, they got the Barons. They got the Barons. So the only trick with Barons is you gotta flush them out and go from there. We got Skyclave, so we can hit the tomb next turn, which is what we're gonna do. We don't have a huge option. We can keep the one against Juari. Three or less, yeah. Not that big of a deal. Keep the lands. Let's pop this guy on. The other thing you could consider running this deck actually would be a Yorion. I know so many people have such a dislike for that card, but you totally could do it. Let's go grab another 3. Grab another white. Now, blue's more powerful for us anyway. Let's see if we can hit the board with this. Alright, so hard counters. Clings. Sultai control, or is it more of a flush on the green? Probably a flush. Now, we have Vantress, so don't forget, so we can land smooth here. I may try and get Trawler on next turn, we'll see. We need to find that Ardenvale again. Alright, so let's look. We'll take the hard counter. 1, 2, 5. It's not what we need yet. So it's not a, this is like another Dimir control deck, which is what we just played. Everyone's running the Dimir control. No shark though. We haven't hit a shark yet. We'll try and counter, see if we can get away with it. There we go. Alright, I like that. Let's nuke this thing. Oh, what do we want? Grab that. Let's see if they got a counter. Oh, there we go. It might have exile though, and direct kill. Yeah, there it is. Now they'll pull the Barons. Oh, they didn't. They didn't pull the Barons. He's being greedy. Chain grabber control. There you go. There's a good move. Can't bring anything back. We only have that one counter, so gotta play it. There you go. Draw 3. Double Barons. There you go. Black. Exile. Oh. Oh. We're gonna keep thinning. Keep thin to win. Oh. I'm actually surprised they haven't been attacking in as much with the Barons. It could be doing damage every turn. Now, if they target this, I can block it. Yeah, so we do that again. Well, we'll see how much you're willing to give up. You got 3 kill spells. Gotta give him some credit there, huh? All right, we're running into a problem. Let's see if we can thin it. Otherwise, we may have to go into our next game, my friends. What are they at for time? What am I at for time? Control matches take forever. Forever, my friends. Debating. That's your debate. We'll do this. So I got a counter. We'll go good game. There we go. We'll go to the next one. I'm not going to try and take him to time. Plus, I don't want to waste your time. So what we're going to do now is we are going to move into our control match like we did with the last lineup, my friends. So we'll dump all those. We kept one. We'll dump the caskets because they're worthless. What else did we dump? This guy's not going to help us actually this match. Banishing Light's better. Still going to trigger there. These are not good. So let's pull those in. I think we go from there. Let's do this for a 1, and just in case we need to reset the board. Alright, Chain Grabber it is. We beat one Dimir control deck from behind. Let's see if we can do it again. Taking up a ton of time, so I apologize, but trying something new. Hope you guys enjoy the match. Definitely intense, so we'll keep going with it. So play first. Oh, again, we cannot get a break on our first lineup here, can we? I'm gonna dump Trawler. You know what? Screw it. I'm gonna keep it this time. Could have played Fabled. I was trying to hit a nice little land, but there it was. There it was. One more away. Alright, good. I'm okay now. I feel better. It didn't hit the Maze Mines, so we're okay with that. We'll do this, and we'll end there. Ah, screwed that up. That's fine. Actually, I should have did that first and then looked. That's okay though. If they block that, there we go. Okay. We're still okay. We'll get the draw on that. Then we get the land. For the draw. I'll give it to you. I'll give it to you. Well, we'll go the Grace first. So if they get rid of the mystical and play Ashiok, we're in trouble. Oh, they didn't. That's fine. I can live with that. We'll try it. They didn't play Ashiok. There we go. Well, maybe we'll come back. We'll see. We're behind right now. If they have an exile, we're in trouble. But they might have pulled those out. They need a double kill spell here. Oh. The angel. Play it.
I wonder if you're brave enough to overcome your fears.
We'll exile one angel. We have Banishing Light.
Your heroics are but a dream to me.
Could save my Banishing Light though. That's a debate. Which I need to if they drop Yorion. All right, one more. What do we have here? One. They got 7. All right, double counter. Still got our Banishing Light. We'll do the same thing. We will dump one of these.
Planeswalker. Fade into the shadows.
Actually gonna do this. Boom! There we go. We made it. All right, on to our third and final match here. Control versus Control. Azorius versus Dimir. Let's do it, my friends. Oh, so close. So close. We get those trawlers on the board. It's just very, very hard for them to get rid of them. Very hard. I'm gonna keep this actually. No control, but we got lands. That's fine. We got thinning. We got a lot of things we can do here. So I will play it like I would. I'll go grab our second blue. Oh man, lots of thinning. Make them think that we got a slip, which we obviously don't. Well, not to them, but to us. So we will play this. if we can get a Kiora Best the Sea God on the board, I'm going to be super happy because it'll be pretty funny. But we'll see. I'm going to assume they have a control here. So we can debate if we want to do a slip or we give it to them. There we go. Still playing for the Ashiok. Okay, so we're okay there. Let's keep thinning. That I will crank on. So that's 3, 5, 3, 5, 6. We'll try it. Ugh, greed. It's killer. It's killer. They can bump their barons. Yeah, they're still looking. They're still looking.
Eyes up.
Oh, they didn't top that gut, so we're good. There's the shark. Effie, you good? You can counter. Ah! Didn't matter. Oh, I could have waited, but should have let them initiate.
Creeping, thieving progeny.
Oh, no. No trawler. We've gone through over half the deck. Well over half the deck. Haven't even hit one. These things are gonna wreck me.
Looks like I'm out of time.
Look. We'll take that. Let's move that though.
Back to shadows and silence.
There we go. Save me a little bit.
Listen to my whispers and sing a horrid hymn. Your heroics are but a dream to me.
Oh, there was my one board wipe. There was my flyer. There we go. We'll try it. If they got a kill spell, we're in trouble though. I could have waited. I could have waited. I should have waited. I wasn't being patient. That was bad. Bad on my end.
All your fears are given form.
They still probably had 2 kill spells in there anyway. So not much we could do.
Creeping, thieving progeny.
Yeah, they gotta hit a trawler there soon. I mean, got only one in there. That's kind of crazy, really. $16 cards, all at the bottom. Put that there in case I want to get it burned. Let's see if it hits. They're gonna mill me out though. I'll let them draw. Well, I don't have a choice. No, they did get rid of their own stuff though.
My kin are delightfully friendly.
Maybe we got a chance. Alright, we got 2 trawlers. Oops. I didn't need the land. It's gonna hurt me anyway. They still aren't using their Barons, though. So, I should have looked. Alright, that's a good game. I think that's all of them, isn't it? Yeah, we're good. Alright. Good game. We will leave. Alright, Planeswalkers. We split against the Dimir control. Probably could have played that one slightly different. They did have the best of us, though. If we would have held back the one to Fury, waited for them to act, and been a little bit more patient, patience is a virtue in control, probably could have been a little bit different on the sequencing, just because we did have so many counterspells. So with that said, a great day with this top 10 Azorius control deck by CovertGoBlue. Again, congratulations, CovertGoBlue. CGB, really enjoyed your deck. Made some changes on the sideboard. I actually like that angel misplay on my own turn, but it actually worked out nicely. So, Planeswalkers, if you do got questions or comments, let me know down below. Happy to help. Lots of cool stuff going on. Please feel free to ask. Hop in the Discord channel as well. Lots of great conversation going on there. And then additionally, I appreciate your support. So please feel free to subscribe to the channel down over there. Looking to hit 10,000 subs. Additionally, please like the video if you enjoyed it. You can like me on Facebook, follow me on Twitter and Twitch. Stay up to date on content like this. All right, Planeswalkers, I hope you guys enjoyed today's Azorius control deck. We hit all control. Very long matches. I apologize, but that is how it goes, and that is magic, so as I like to say. If again, please appreciate your time, and hope you guys enjoy the deck. Deck list is down below. Very fun, as you guys can see. Runs pretty well in both best of 1 and best of 3. Just it takes a lot of time. You got to be patient. You know, given CGB hit top 10 with it, I think it's probably pretty solid. Now I was waiting for someone to run something like this, and obviously this is the control deck. So Planeswalkers, with that said, you know, appreciate your support. Other ways to support down in the description, like becoming a patron or a YouTube member. Great ways for us to interact, like deck lists, conversations, those kinds of things. So enjoy doing that. With that said, sweet deck. Congrats, CGB, on top 10. Congrats on 100K. As always, welcome to the President's Club, as I said. So with that, Planeswalkers, you stay safe. Until next time, Mithras out. Enjoy this deck. Super competitive, very fun. I think there's a nice little spot given how it performed today as well. Just needs to probably get a little bit more adopted, but great nonetheless. So take care. We'll see you again soon. A lot more things coming your way. Mithras out.